On to our top four at 4 o'clock. Bloomington police just released new details in the past hour of last month's deadly officer-involved shooting of a 15-year-old boy. Now, we want to warn you that some of this video may be disturbing to some of our viewers. Illinois State Police and the Bloomington Police Department released a body camera video of the incident, which led to the death of 15-year-old Cole Turner of Normal on February 25th. The video, as you can see, shows police responding to a report of an armed person on Arcadia Drive. They made contact with Turner, who was repeatedly told to lower what appears to be a gun. After about a 10-minute standoff, Turner pointed his gun at officers, which led to them shooting him. Now, it turns out Turner's gun was an airsoft pistol. No officers were injured. Our reporter Taylor Fleming is at a police news conference right now. We will have more coming up from her tonight at